This is a good progression to go from requiring upper extremity support, especially in two hands with walking, to working your way towards a cane and working your way towards hopefully walking with nothing. So one of the first positions I go to is going to be a counter, so that you have something sturdy to put both hands on. Now, what I'm looking at from the back is that I want to see when someone lifts their leg off the ground. I don't want to see this hip do this, and I don't want to see their shoulders do this. So I'm really looking for the shoulders to stay square and the pelvis to stay square as I remove that supporting limb. So as I'm pressing into this counter, standing here, I want to put my palms flat on the counter, elbows tucked in a little, and I'm pressing both hands as I lift one knee up in front of me. That hand pressure helps me to engage my stomach a little bit, and it really gives me the support so there shouldn't be any lateral motion, pelvis, or shoulders. Just so you see it from behind, I'm just going to push on the back of this chair. It's just going to be light pressure down. See if I can shift my weight all the way onto this leg, keeping my shoulders square and not letting any of this happen, not letting any of this happen. Right? And I'll hold that position for about 5 seconds and then come back down. Another thing that's helpful is just trying to very lightly squeeze my butt, and with my hands pressing downward into that counter, that helps me engage my stomach. So stomach into my armpit and tricep is a little bit tense, and then I'll do it on this leg. I'm going to squeeze my butt as I slowly lift this leg in the air. Hold 5 seconds and relax, and then maybe switch to the other side. So that would be phase 1, right? Phase 2, we start to remove an arm. So once again, I press down, I tighten my butt, and I lift this leg. Now with this leg in the air, I'm going to try and release my opposite arm so that I have support from my right hand and my left leg, and then my right foot is off the ground, my left hand is off the supporting surface, and then I'll switch. So I'll start off lifting the leg. Once the left leg is in the air, I'll release the right arm. See if I can maintain all those positions without a lot of this happening and without a lot of this happening. All right? 5-second holds with each one. Now, this is a very supported surface, right? I want to go from a less sturdy surface to something more unstable like a broomstick or a cane. So one way to do that is to go from the counter to the wall. So now, I'm not going to have that pressing down support from the counter, but the wall will give me some support. So I'm going to come to the wall, and first I may see how someone does, both hands on the wall and one hand on the cane, right? So I have something that I can still push down on. So I start off here, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to lift one leg and hold 5 seconds, and then I'm going to switch, lift the other leg. Do I start to lose my balance? Now, if I have a weaker leg, let's say that my right leg is the weaker one. It's going to help my right leg if I put the cane in the left hand. So if my right leg is the weak, problematic hip, cane is in my left hand, right? Opposite for my left hip. If my left hip is the problem, weak leg, cane is in my right hand. So let's pretend that my right is the problem, so cane's in my left hand. So my right hand's on the wall. Now if you figure, I've been walking with a walker with 2 hands supporting me. Now I'm taking one hand away and getting less support from the wall as I'm trying to make my way towards this cane, right? So same thing, I may press a little bit into the cane, lift one leg, press into the cane, lift the other leg. As I'm getting better at controlling that position, the question's going to be now, can I lift one leg and start to de-weight my hand a little bit, going towards the fingertips? Same thing, I have the cane, lift my opposite leg, de-weight my hand a little bit. I'm basically trying to work away from gripping that wall, right? So maybe I get to the point where I can get up there and start to do like a little tapping motion. Same thing, leg up, little tapping motion. So this is a nice sequence. Key is that I keep that glute squeeze, and as I start to go to less support, I'm not letting a lot of this happen, and I'm not letting that hip cave.